Hello, my 6th period class. I am up in outdoor lab right now, and I'm having loads of fun. So obviously I'm going to be the first to post a video so I can get it done. I'm doing plot, parody, and flashback, and I hope you guys all enjoy. So the first one that I'm going to do is flashback, and flashback is a vivid, quick memory of an event that happened in the past. An example of this, and as I lay dying, is when Dewey Dell takes the reader back to the time when she had sex with La Fée. And the reason why I chose this time is because it makes Dewey Dell the person who she is at the current time in the book. Obviously, we don't read her about having sex. I'm very glad that we didn't, because we all had that discussion about how creepy she was when she talked about it. But the quote that I chose from the book to help reference it, I chose, "We picked on down the road, the woods getting closer and closer, and the secret shade, picking on into the secret shade with my sack and La Fée's sack." It's on page 23 of my book, but it's not the same in your guys' book. So I'm sorry, I don't know where that is, but hope that's an idea of what I'm talking about. When she thinks that Darryl knows that she had sex, which Darryl already does, and he knows that she's pregnant, so yeah. In a more modern time example, we have Toy Story 2. And this flashback also shows the growth of a person just based on what happened to them as in the past. As in, a flashback, I believe, is supposed to be if there's a specific purpose why they put it in there in a story or a movie, it is for that reason. It is to show why this person is the way they are now because of what happened to them in the past. And we all remember Jessie the cowgirl, and she tells us about the kid that she had, like Woody had Andy. But we're going to take a look at that clip now so you guys all know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure we already remember this part. They're in the Chicken Man's hotel room, and it was explaining to Woody how she had a kid, and eventually it doesn't last. And obviously in the movie we can see how lonely she is normally, and how excited she is to go to Tokyo because she will finally be looked at as a toy, and how awesome she is. But like we see here, she is extremely lonely, and this flashback shows us how she is when she is in the current time period that we see throughout the movie. So I believe that's the particular purpose of a flashback. But of course it's a very sad moment where we go through and her kid gets rid of her. She gets put in a box and she drives away and leaves her be. She was donated to charity, and that's when the Chicken Man finds her. But, well, that's all that there is to it for a flashback. It's pretty simple and to the point. But on to the other vocabulary words. Alright, so now we're moving on to plot. It is the main events of a story in specific order. And as I lay dying, the whole book is a plot. I can't exactly quote from the book because I don't want to write the whole book in this short amount of time that I have. But in As I Lay Dying, the exposition is probably when Addie dies. The rising action is all of the tasks that the family goes through to bury Addie when they get to Jefferson, or how they're trying to get to Jefferson. The climax, I would say, is when Darryl tries to burn the barn. And then finally the resolution, I think, would be when they finally bury Addie, which is the end of the story. In a more modern time, the movie Signs. Aliens come to Earth, that's the exposition. The rising action is when they have to escape the alien, when they're going through the cellar, running throughout the house, trying to protect themselves. But then they finally have to fight them, or because they don't go away, and then they finally kill the aliens with water, which would be the resolution. But that's pretty much a plot. It's, again, simple, straightforward, to the point. This is another example that I'm going to show you guys. Like my little alien. But give me 1 second. I'm going to pull that up real quick. It's not going to seem like a lot of time for you, but it will for me. So give me 1 sec. If you don't like aliens, you're going to see them anyway. Too bad. Ha ha ha. Here we go. We all remember this moment. In Signs, where all the water everywhere.
Meryl, swing away.
This is like the climax of the movie. Obviously, we can hear it with the music, but it's the same idea. And for some weird reason, the little girl knows that water was the deal. I mean, she's a freak about water. So, clearly, you know. Thank God for the little girl. She's so cute. It burns us! Well, enough of that, and finally, my favorite word that I'm going to do now is parody. A silly imitation of a piece of work. But for the task that we were given, unfortunately, there are no parodies in As I Lay Dying. I did ask Mr. Allen, and he also agreed that there are no parodies in As I Lay Dying. At least not a simple one that we can see. But for you guys, Weird Al Yankovic is my #1 choice to show you as an example. I absolutely love him. You guys will too. You guys are in for a real treat because this is Weird Al's new song, and he is making fun of the song Happy. Don't exactly remember who it's by. I'm pretty sure y'all know. Pretty sure Roland knows. He's a fan of music. But, here we go.
It might seem crazy wearing stripes of pride. I Instagram every meal I've had. Used liquor bottles are on display. We can go to see a show, but I'll make you pay.
Just to remind you, this is a parody. And then he also adds a lot of other actors in here.
Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, I never know why. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, I said. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, it's pointless to try. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, I said. 43 over stickers and a YOLO license plate. Because I'm bringing on my coupon book whenever I'm on the date. Because I'm because my twerking moves and a lot of my DOV. Because I'm
Of course, Jack Black is the best out of the whole video. Thanks you guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you later. See you next week. Actually, see you in like 2 weeks.